Saturday Night Live. So you like my new camera? So camera 1 or camera 2?
Try it again.
Camera 1. Camera 1.
Oh, interesting.
Can you see me?
I cannot see you on camera 2.
What the hell happened to that camera?
I don't know. It's basically just camera 1, you're there. Camera 2, you're gone.
Let's see it. Oh, that's because I used the wrong one. Camera 2. Camera 2.
Ah, all right.
Which one?
Depends if you want half your body shown on there. That makes it look like you're more at a news table like these guys.
It does. I'm want to eventually I want to make sure I want to be further away so I don't have to be right at my desk like this. So it is a GoPro camera. So that's what I'm using.
Interesting.
I'm using a GoPro. So we'll do this one with GoPro
Evolution.
Yeah, it's called purchasing cords that you can use for this purpose. You can't use your GoPro cord. You have to use the GoPro audio cord for whatever video webcamming. Of course, it has to be something completely fucking more expensive. So, piece of shit. Anyways, did you get the little ad I sent you regarding the 7 indie wrestling shows that turned real? Did you see that?
I did see the link and the headline. It didn't show anything clickable though. It just showed a headline of it.
It wasn't clickable.
That's what you were throwing.
I'm not sure Diamond Dallas Page was really referencing one, but I watched the David Arquette wrestling thing again on the Dark Side of the Ring. And for some reason, another one I watched was one of the WWE wrestlers wrestling in an indie event, and he got really physical, and he was like beating the shit out of somebody, like kind of being really just giving him the hard punches to the face and stuff.
And what was the name of that David Arquette thing? Like, it was something like David Arquette must die or something. Wasn't it like
can't kill him or something like that?
You can't kill David Arquette. Yeah, that makes sense now.
So for some reason, I saw that today, and I saw the other one the other day. And the other one was the other day was the dude that used to wear the headgear. He was one of the brothers. What was his name?
Steiner brothers?
Yeah, one of the Steiners. But which Steiner was that, though, that wore the headgear?
That was Rick. Did he make some, like, slurs or something? Is that what you're referring to?
No, he just beat the shit out of this kid in the middle of the match. And it almost looked like it was on, like, he just didn't like this kid.
Oh, wow.
Like, he got, I'm going to see if I can find it, but he just got, like, really physical, like, really fast.
His son is on the cusp of greatness with, he just got drafted to the SmackDown brand from their developmental brand NXT, Braun Breaker. He's real name Bronson Rex Steiner. So he was about to be called Rex Steiner until they changed his name to Braun Breaker.
Braun?
But he's Braun Breaker. So he's Rick's son, and he's actually on WWE television right now.
But his name is Braun?
There we go. Braun, like better. Bronson. Like Bronson. That's a little louder.
Yeah, sorry. My microphone was really sounding funky as shit.
That's a little better. Yeah.
It sounded like I was yelling into the microphone and it barely had any levels. So Braun, huh?
Braun B-R-O-N.
Right.
Braun Breaker.
So
Rick beat the crap out of some young wrestler?
Dude, it was like, he looked drunk, for one. He didn't look like he was completely all there. And then he was just giving this dude like stiff shots, just fucking this kid up. And then the kid waited till later to like run over and like knee him or something. And then they're like, fuck you.
Did you see the Perry? Did you see back on the day that Perry? I think it was on like WWE Jacked or Metal or something. It was one of the like syndicated programs as that, and he just beat the guy. Just I don't know if he just almost dropped Perry on his head and then just Perry Saturn. He just kicked the crap. He just smashed him and threw him out of the ring where he landed on his head. It wasn't good. I can't remember if that was on a Dark Side of the Ring at all, or if that was just on
Have you been watching these Dark Side of
reference.
the Rings?
Yeah, I watched the Earthquake one with John Tenta, which I mean, it was just uh, for someone who doesn't go to the doctor for a lot of stuff that's fairly probably scary because it sounded like what he could have, what he died from could have been had it been caught earlier, he would have lived, but it seemed like he just kind of powered through whatever he was going through. I mean, he did the shoot match with the guy in Japan, but there really wasn't a dark side like there normally is on that episode. So that was the first one I seen, and I haven't caught anything else since then. So I've missed the last couple.
Oh, so what happened to Earthquake?
He ended up with I think it was like stomach or colon cancer. He just,
Oh.
he was complaining. I think he had blood in his stool, and then it was just sad because I think he became a truck driver in the end after his like years of the road, and then he just kind of was a sad end because like in his days at the end of WWE, he was under a mask carrying around a Cartman doll, and Vince just wouldn't let him go back to the Earthquake gimmick, and
Oh, I do remember that.
yeah,
That was him.
that was him, yeah. And then he basically got released, and he just kind of faded into obscurity, kind of. Probably back before. I mean, if you're spent back in those days, the wrestlers they made good money. Obviously, sure if merchandising and stuff, but I'm pretty sure nothing like today's that like he should have been able to just retire. You would think, but with all the travel expenses from being on the road, and he had he married and she, so he had her stepson, and then he ended up having two children of his own, and I'm sure those bills were probably still adding up. So you think, hey, he's a wrestler, he's a famous wrestler, he should have a ton of money, shouldn't be driving a truck in the later days of his life, but back in those days,
So what?
just
So what I'm gonna look at is this is what it said. It said this was one of them, but it just said. Hold on, this is just. I don't know how real this is, but they were saying that pro wrestling. Some came up said pro wrestling fights turn real, and so could you hear that?
we need our buddy the Ramrock on here
Did
too.
you hear that when I was playing that?
I heard a little bit in the background very softly.
For some reason it's not. There's
Ric Flair.
Did you see Ric Flair?
Call back to Ric Flair.
Hold on. Some reason it's not sharing.
Your face on Ric Flair's
My
body was very funny.
So let me see something now. And now all of a sudden, bullshit. Bullshit.
No, it's not working.
Now. Now, can you hear this? Hold on.
I cannot hear that.
Huh. Well, there's something to say with the GoPro camera. Guess what?
It stifles the sound.
You cannot share anything with the GoPro camera. So now we have to go back to regular camera.
Oh.
And let's see if it shares now. No. Nothing's.
No.
What the? Oh, there it is. Jesus. Mark. C, whatever your name is. All right, hold on.
Ooh,
I got this now.
Ooh.
Oh, look at this. We can do this as.
Oh, in the dark.
Huh?
In the dark.
Hold on.
Along, which let the fight get real, with real
shots
created back and forth. If you happen to enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe down
Please
below.
like this, dude.
And also make sure to turn on those notifications so you know when I upload more videos.
Nobody can see what his channel is to like it.
Yeah, whatever. What's this one?
We start with one of the most famous occasions when the great Antonio was hired to go to Japan.
Who's this? Do you know this guy?
It's Antonio Inoki and Antonio. I thought it was going to be Antonio Roca, but
He gets in a real fight here, huh?
oh,
This dude's like a no sell, huh? No sell.
looks like Mike.
Inoki
Who
then
was that?
hammerfist shots right to the back of his neck. And that's when he understandably lost it and started going off on the great Antonio with open
The great Antonio.
Oh, right to the stomach. Oh, come on. Go. Hey, hey, what are you doing? Hey, go! God damn it! Go! Ow! Right to the back of the neck.
With these hits.
All right.
Real clubs to the back of his head. I mean, you're just asking for it at that point.
Anyways, I wanted to talk about that, but I wasn't prepared. So, because I was just thinking, because I saw that David Arquette one and I watched it and I thought it was interesting. But then for some reason, it's been showing up on my feeds. These real matches, wrestling matches, turn real. And
Shoot fights.
What'd you say?
Shoot fights.
Well, that's what the guy said. The David Arquette one, when they talked about it, the David Arquette can't kill David Arquette. The guy told him, right? This is gonna be real. So like it's gonna be real.
You're talking about the match with Nick Gage, right? With the light tubes.
Yeah, he said this. Well, they said they said they got together and they said we're gonna wrestle for real. I'm gonna kick the shit out of you, basically. And I don't know if David Arquette's like, yeah, do everything except like cut my face.
Do everything but that.
Yeah,
do everything but kick the shit out of me for real.
Don't hurt me. Don't physically hurt me. Just fucking.
You know what a shoot fight is.
That's what he said, and this is what was on today when I was watching it. I pulled it up, and it was the Vice. What do you call it? So they bring out the verses, right? So you're watching this match.
Hit him a couple times, like badly.
And he just watch this stupid ass punch.
Spits on him.
Look, oh, what the fuck,
And
you know?
He was like, then I'll hit you for real.
So you could tell that dude's like not like that dude fucking. You could tell that he was like, this is making me look bad. So
yeah,
this is where it gets kind of out of control. When he's fucking taking that pizza cutter and he's rubbing it all over his face. He's rubbing this pizza cutter, dude, across his face. And he's like, don't worry, you won't feel anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not going to feel this fucking pizza cutter. So then this dude just blasts him. Yeah, this dude blasts him right across, right in the fucking face.
Light tube, right? I smash it over its head.
Oh. So
ouch.
The part that I remember is when he cut his neck, like right here.
That's his jugular.
Yeah, but don't you remember this part?
Shit got real when he sticks a light tube in his jugular.
Well, it was his fault, dude. He moved right here. So fucker, man, you gotta be professional.
Kill David Arquette.
Stay fucking professional. And he's all grabbing his neck. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So anyway,
those matches really don't. I mean, there's a niche audience for it. I know that was GCW. Just not that. It's just going way too. That's going way too far when they do shit like that. That's just
gross.
Yeah, and then it just shows you it can go wrong. Obviously, this is an actor who is trying to redeem himself from he was the WCW champion, and he did that, so he wanted to kind of, become a real wrestler in the independent scene, and I don't know.
It was funny when he said that. He goes, I'm the WCW champion. You can't take that away from me. People like,
definitely a black eye in the wrestling business when he became champion. A lot of people weren't happy about that.
So let's get into it. Current events. This is what we think is going to pop our views up to 1,000 views in one show. What are we going to get? Wolverine's in the current event.
XMen 97 has dropped as we record this. I've watched half.
What's X-Men 97?
You remember the X-Men cartoon from the 90s? Started in 1992 with a classic theme song.
Let me look. X-Men, what? In the 90s?
That's the belching.
Dude.
Yeah, so they relaunched it on Disney Plus now. The first 2 episodes drop of a series. It's called XMen 97. So it literally takes place immediately after the final episode of the 5th season of the X-Men, which coincidentally I said just about to 1997, I believe. If it wasn't late 96, it was early 97. So it basically just takes up right where that series left off. So the animation is beefed up. They got a new intro, which you can find on YouTube as well. And it's slightly modified. It adds Morph and Bishop in the thing. And I could say halfway through the first episode before we recorded this, it's very impressive. Now that's the original theme, I believe, not the 97 one.
Let me give it to you again. Here it goes. Here's the beginning of it. Ready? This is going to get you excited.
Previously on X-Men.
It's a classic theme. Yeah, there it is.
I'm going to sit on the couch after school and watch this show with my friends. We're gonna watch it because I want to be Wolverine. No one wants to be anybody else. No one wants to be Rogue or Storm, and definitely don't want to be Beast because he sucks. And this Gambit or Jubilee, nobody wants to be them. They all want to be Wolverine. And that's the best character of X-Men. So we watch it for the Wolverine fights. And he uses his blades, but he never stabs anybody. He just breaks stuff. And he stabs things other than people. And then everybody wants to be Wolverine.
That's a classic one. Now they modified this now for X-Men 97, which you can find on there.
X-Men 97?
Yeah, complete without your singing.
What are you talking about? It's the best. No one wants to be anybody else.
One of your sons is named after Wolverine.
I named him Logan because I like
your son.
Wolverine. I even gave him a tattoo of it.
And his you gave him a tattoo? You just took one off your body and gave it to him?
Yeah, I did. I took a tattoo off and I said, I gave okay, X-Men 97. Is it a movie?
No, it's a Marvel animation on Disney Plus. If you look up X-Men 97 intro.
Oh, it's Disney.
Yes. Oh. If you look it up, that should be on there because I just sent it to a couple people earlier.
You sent it to people?
Yeah, do you need me to send it to you?
No.
Okay.
I found it. I'm going to share with our audience members right now.
And there it is.
Can you hear it?
No.
Oh.
I'm setting it up.
Charles Xavier. Okay, here it is.
Oh, that's a trailer. So this is the trailer. This is
we're watching a trailer. We don't want to watch the whole show.
Oh, no, I was talking about the new intro.
Don't say goodbye, Charles. We love you. Okay, wait a minute.
What does Jubilee look like in the last episode?
So everybody has like telepathy, right? It's Judy. What's her name? Judy or the other telepathy woman?
Jean Grey.
Jean. She has everybody knows. And they're still surprised that he's dying. Come on, you should have prepared yourself.
Fate lies in our hands now.
Look, they made Wolverine shorter. Look how short he is now.
That was the last episode of the previous year. Now that's what it looks like now. So that's the animation now.
Ooh, inside scoop.
There it is.
Okay, is that Beast talking?
No, that's Cyclops.
No. Oh, he sounds like Beast?
No, Beast sounds a little like
okay.
Beast sounds like an intellectual.
Got a question. Why when they show people angry, why is the bald dude up front? Huh? There's a bald guy right there. He's angry. It's always a bald dude.
There's a lot of allusion to that. So there's an all-white group called the Friends of Humanity that at the beginning, this is a little bit of
what?
This is a little bit of a spoiler for the first episode. So they've kidnapped
go back to where you came from.
I want to say he's a Brazilian mutant, Roberto da Costa, Sunspot. but he hasn't become Sunspot in the show yet. And the first two people that listen, this is Disney now. So the first two people, try to take a guess who the first two people X-Men wise to bust in to save him. He's been kidnapped, he's been collared, so he's going to be sold into slavery now. Who do you think is the first two X-Men that save him?
Beast.
Think about that again. He's been kidnapped by a all-white Friends of Humanity
Scorpio.
mutant hating terrorist group. Who do you think saves him?
Disney characters? Probably.
These are X-Men 97 characters.
Simba?
These are members of the roster plus Morph and Bishop.
The roster.
From the previous.
I don't want to play this game. Who is it? Gosh damn it.
So Storm, of course, is the one that causes a thunderstorm right outside their little warehouse that they're keeping all these mutants captive. And then Bishop comes right through there.
So let me ask that question. If you were an X-Men, what would be your power? Would you want to just be able to cause thunderstorms? I mean,
that'd be pretty odd. That'd be throw lightning at people.
No one, yeah, but no one would like you because no one likes weather. And they're like, oh, great,
not.
Great, Storm's here. What are you gonna do today, Storm?
She's gonna rain on my picnic. She's gonna bring rain on my picnic.
She's just mad. Oh yeah, she's mad at her like ex-boyfriend. He's hanging out with his girlfriend at the park, and she's just like, rain, just throws shit at him, and he's like, oh great, there's
on the Black Panther.
There's my ex-girlfriend. All of a sudden just throwing a bunch of rain on my picnic, and then you try to get away from him, but you can't. Other people are having a good time flying a kite, but you can't do that because your ex-girlfriend just hangs out and just throws shit down. And what's the other girl?
Here, think about that. It's not even the tamest power. Jubilee throws fireworks at people.
Exactly. All the women X-Men have like anger powers that they can take out on their boyfriends.
Jean's got
Dude, she used telepathy. She could know exactly what you're thinking. She's like, hey.
Well, I mean, that could be evil.
Do you think that girl's cute? And he's like, no. You're lying.
She's the permanent. She's the permanent. He must be thinking of other women memes.
Yeah.
Or the one that's looking back.
I saw you looking at him.
The guy.
Looking at who?
I know
you're looking at my boyfriend.
Because I can read your mind.
I'm gonna call Storm over. Lightning. Hail. Here comes Jubilee. Throws little cards at you or whatever, little fireballs at you.
No, that's Gambit throws the cards, but so Rogue's powers are actually pretty badass. She absorbed the powers of Captain Marvel, so she's pretty damn strong. She can fly, and if she touches you with her hands, she can absorb your powers. So now that's like a mutant parasite.
So I ask again, though, what power would you want?
But she can't love because she can't touch anyone. Exactly. So that's the tragedy.
Another power the women have. I can't trust anybody. I can't love them. I can't love them. I can read their mind. I can throw weather at them, and I also throw
fireworks.
Whoever wrote this was burned by a woman.
A large amount of them were created by Stan Lee, but the next batch of them were.
And you never saw Stan Lee's wife. You never saw his wife because all of his wives had all these powers. All right.
Wives? So, how many wives did he have?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. So, anyways, back to what power would you want?
Out of the current 90s, let's just keep it simple. Out of the current X-Men 97 cast, I like Bishop. See, basically, whatever you throw at him, energy or whatever wise, he can kinetically throw it right back at you, even stronger. So that would probably be a favorite. If not, the obvious choice would be Wolverine's healing powers, claws. But I mean, you've got adamantium skull. And if you want forks coming out of your hands at any time to eat lunch, you just got a shish kebab immediately. But
just eat. You have your own silverware.
Yeah, you got your own silverware. Yeah. Pick your teeth.
We get this done by working together as a team.
See, that's what I think.
My X-Men.
I don't like Beast. He just looks stupid. Like he looks dumb. He's just sitting there like, me beast, me smart. I know how to make chemicals into powers.
He doesn't speak like that, though. He speaks like a professor.
I know, but he does. Look at him, though. You wouldn't think he'd speak like that.
No, that's
Wolverine
that's
in the background. They made his
the
face.
tragedy.
They made Wolverine look angry now. So who's the dude behind Wolverine? Who's the guy with the white
that's
face?
Morph. That's Morph from the original series. He basically had
Morph.
yeah. Remember Morph? Morph apparently is non-binary.
Okay.
Jeez, Bub, keep buzzing in my ear.
Most of the original cast is on there too.
As far as voices,
yeah, except for a couple that passed away, and I'm not really sure who did.
Since the 90s,
I have all that in front of me.
Like 30 years ago.
So you could hear Rogue, who really sounded very,
who's pregnant?
That's Jean Grey. They're gonna have their kid.
She's gonna know. She already knew she was gonna get pregnant, though. She has that type of power. She knew it from a long time ago.
Well, and the fact that Cable from the future, who's named Nathan Summers, has already visited him.
All right, I'm done looking at this.
Yeah,
not interested at all in this.
Well, you never watched X-Men 92.
I watched it, but by the time it came out, I was. What year was it? 92.
X-Men debuted in 92 and then ran all the way up to 97 or
I was in college.
97.
I was in college and I was playing football. I didn't have time to watch
X-Men. Me don't have time for cartoons.
No. You know how hard. You know what that would have done to
I'm the angry bald man holding.
You know what that would have done?
That says, "Why is this cartoon taking up my time?"
You know what that would have done to my manlyhood? I would have been like hanging out with my friends in the locker room. Go, anybody watch X-Men? And then they would have just beat me up. So I gotta have some kind of
different day and age, my friend. Now nerds rule the world.
What'd you say? We gotta beep that. You say nerds, and now you say midgets. No.
I don't know. There's a couple other things I probably could beep over the course of our podcast. Let's find them once they get successful. We'll find everything they said, like midget.
Like midget. Like midget. Fidget.
They're little people, damn it, or dwarves.
Oh, damn it. I really thought that would get more views.
Dwarves have a lot more. I would think dwarves would be more negative, but
dwarves?
Yeah, we got what? Yeah, I wouldn't want to be called a dwarf, would you?
No.
That's what I mean.
It would be really odd if I was a dwarf. I mean, it would be like, I'm 6'2". You're a dwarf.
When you say midget, you immediately think midget wrestler. I mean, growing up as a wrestling fan, that's what I would think. But which then it's prestigious. But I don't want to get any angry mail like, don't tell us what
angry
little people think. Damn you!
You're not gonna get any angry mail because nobody's listening to this part of this podcast.
Hey,
we turned them off.
I have to play the
now.
Other role. We have almost 30 subscribers and. Oh, we're gonna get demonetized for that. The 20th century little. You owe us everything from this episode for those 2 bars of 20th Century Fox. Not the X-Men footage, but just the 20th Century 2 bars. We own this video now.
So tomorrow, after this podcast being filmed, is going to be the new Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Spring starts.
Have you seen the previews for that?
I have not.
No.
Apparently, there's a Star Wars Acolyte. I have not seen that trailer yet either.
What?
That just dropped as I think yesterday, as we recorded this. It's called The Acolyte.
So this is releasing. This is releasing on Prime only. So that just tells you how exciting it is. As we're running out of time, though. We're running out of time.
Wait, I jumped in as quick as I possibly could, too. So what do we only have? They reduce our time.
Let's see. This is the new Roadhouse that's coming out. Now, question of the day. Will the people like myself who loved Roadhouse be upset? or will
This
they
is-
watch this on Amazon?
This is a remake of the Patrick Swayze movie.
Yep, it's a remake of Patrick
This
Swayze.
ain't the house.
So now he's a UFC fighter.
Well, this is where he came from.
Friend of
He's a
mine
UFC
suggested
fighter
I
who
talk to
used to
him.
be a
I own
bouncer.
a Roadhouse out in
They
the.
bring him back to his bar, and for some reason he's got, he's a bar fighter, and he's gonna fight everybody. But the thing that kind of made everybody excited about this movie is the dude that's the bad guy in it is Conor McGregor. So
Where's
they
he
were
at?
talking about that today. Here he is.
Oh,
I got a tip for you. Don't let no one get this close.
So they were talking about this today on Howard Stern, and they said that that headbutt looked real. And it did look real, looked pretty good. It looks like a movie that's probably going to take off and be Amazon's change. Amazon's going to switch gears right now. They're going to be more popular than Netflix, Peacock, MGM. What other services are people watching movies on? Hulu, you name it. It's all
well, they got
change.
The Boys on there. Have you ever seen that series?
I did. I watched the first season.
Yeah, I've watched.
I couldn't stop
three.
looking
I think there's
at
a fourth one now.
whoever the Captain America, who's the Superman guy.
Homelander.
Homelander. I couldn't stop staring at him. That he looked like Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. He looks just like him. And the part that bothered me the most is that he sucked on a boob for milk. Right? Why did they have to put that in there? And then
it's a disturbing show in a lot of ways. Yes.
What disturbed me the most.
The second season is a lot more disturbing.
This is when I stopped watching it. Is when the Aqua guy was having like sexual contact
with his gills.
And they were fingering his gills.
Yeah.
I was you know what? I don't want to watch this show anymore.
It's a dirty show. There's for sure. I think the third season was pretty entertaining. That was the one where they had Jensen Ackles on there as his name's escaping me now. He was like the Captain America guy that they found in Russia. Damn it, his name's escaping me now.
I lost all interest for the movie. I lost all interest for the show after that, and I just didn't want to see it anymore. So I stopped watching it. I just stopped watching it.
So it's a pretty raunchy show. So I mean, it depends on your taste.
It was disturbing.
I mean, it's very dirty.
It's disturbing.
It's a very dirty show. A lot of gray characters. It's very hard to root for the characters because a lot of them are hiding what's really happening in a lot of these cases for basically protecting either the corporation they work for or it's just a lot of moral ambiguity there between most of the characters. It's kind of hard to latch on to one that you would say, hey, this is a good person in the show. So it's a lot of, you'd have to really tolerate it to get through a lot of it, but it was definitely entertaining. Definitely entertaining.
We talked about today how we were going to talk about current events. What do you think comes up when I type current events on the internet?
I don't know, election stuff.
Yeah, political shit. Today, the Fed's officials still 3 interest rates cuts this year. All right. New York State asked court not to let Trump forego $454 million bond during fraud case. All right. That's all that's up there. There's nothing exciting.
Baseball is just open. Is that
today?
Events. That's just I watched most of the game.
Not even on here. Well, let's see what's on sports.
MLB debuted. They debuted it a week early because it had to take place in South Korea, Seoul, South Korea. So it was pretty impressive. The weird thing though when they had during the game is they were playing like music and noise throughout the speakers, and I thought that was very jarring at first. You kind of get used to it as it going on, but it was almost like soccer-ish where you hear the crowd's mic, the chants, but that was very bizarre. Like if I was a player, I would have a problem with that, I think. But yeah, Dodgers were down to the Padres, but near the end of the game, Dodgers are beefed up squad. They came back and pretty much pounded them 5-2.
So you watched baseball today?
I did. Yeah. It was on at 6 a.m. in Korea, South Korea.
Did you see that the Rams signed
most of the game?
Garoppolo?
I did.
for
How do you
1
feel about
year.
that?
Don't care. That's the thing. They only signed him for 1 year. He was hurt most of the season last year, so he just got a 1 year contract.
Didn't they acquire somebody else too? I thought the Rams just
I
grabbed
heard
another
they
quarterback.
did. They grabbed Air Bud because that's who they're looking for.
Air Bud? No, it's not Air Bud. It was a real quarterback from last year.
I liked your little meme that you sent me about the Wilson and your guy. What's his name?
Justin Fields.
Talking
Yeah, that
about
little
how he's gonna shadow him and learn how to be a quarterback. I thought that was pretty funny.
he's like, shut up.
So as we end this episode, I want to bring up tomorrow, March 21st, is a special day.
Spring.
It's a special day tomorrow, though. And it's a special day for all of us 80s babies. 80s babies out there, remember this movie, and they should remake this. Maybe they should remake this with Jake Gyllenhaal, because I think he would be a perfect character for this. So I'm going to share Gyllenhaal, whatever his name is.
Gyllenhaal.
I'm going to share it with you. It's Rad Day. And
Rad Day?
You know, it's going to take a radical miracle to beat this guy.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Rad, riding mountain bike. Are you going to tell me you never rode BMX bikes?
They say this guy Bart Taylor's going to walk out.
I don't know. It's going to take a radical miracle to beat this guy.
Rad Day.
I jumped a jump once with one of those bikes, and the frame split right now.
That happens a lot.
And thus ended my BMX type bike experiences after that. That's a pretty frightening experience.
Do you remember Rad?
Jumping.
Do you remember Rad?
I've never seen that. I didn't even know what that movie was.
You didn't?
Never heard of that movie.
Well,
I
there's
recognize the 80s music, but I've never seen that movie.
There's an awesome part of Rad Day that people are going to want to watch, and it's the dancing scene.
Why is it Rad Day?
That was the name of the movie.
Significance? But like, what does it have to do with March 21st?
The dancing scene's the best. So the girl in there is the one that stole college, right? She's the college fraud. What was her name? She's the one that took all the college. There she is. She's from
Is that the one from Full House?
Yeah, from Full House.
Oh yeah, she looks really good there.
Watch how dumb this is.
Lori Loughlin.
Yeah, watch. They're supposed to dance around on bikes and like at a dance event.
Oh my goodness.
The best. To you.
Because that's what we
look at
used
this.
to
Watch,
do
ready?
at
Watch.
High school dances.
Watch. This looks totally real.
Do you think Curb Your Enthusiasm every time you see Lori Loughlin now?
Well, my question is, do you think that the people at the dance are kind of pissed off because they're like, we want to dance, but these dudes are riding their bikes around in the middle of the floor doing stupid tricks?
Yeah, because that happened all the time in the 80s.
So if you're out there, watch Rad on March 21st because they are.
Why on March 21st? You've
don't know.
question.
They're declaring it Rad Day. Rad Day it is.
Why?
And look up the Rad movie 1986 dance scene if you are looking
this episode
for something
has been
to
sponsored
laugh.
by the owners of Rad, who have told us we must push this movie. I don't even know where it's streaming, but find it.
Rad Day. Okay? Just remember those days.
X-Men 97. Watch X-Men 97.
Don't watch X-Men 97. Do not watch anything.
Watch
you
it.
watch that and you turn in your adult card. You turn in your adult card. You're do you watch it?
I'm wearing
do you carry a little
Wolverine shirt for Pete's sake?
Do you carry do you have your little action figures and when you're watching you're like, oh yeah, come on, you want some of this?
That's a good idea. I should do that. Just keep them in a package and just start smashing them. Yeah. Oh shit, I'm losing value.
Oh, I'm Wolverine.